Does ATF typically have body cams? Does Little Rock Police Office Department typically have body cams?
Interestingly, according to my understanding, Little Rock Police does wear body cams, but they didn't have them on that morning, and so they were under the supervision of ATF, and you have to ask ATF why Little Rock didn't have theirs on.
But Little Rock typically does have body cams. And again, my experience with my family, they have body cams, and if they would have turned them off in the execution of a search warrant, that would be a very big problem for any law enforcement agent that is involved in an execution of a search warrant with no body cameras fulfilled.
That's one of the specific times they'd be required to have them on.
Did ATF ever have an opportunity to serve this search warrant at a time when it would have been less dangerous?
Probably 1,000 opportunities that we could sit here and say.
I've only got, I'm just outraged. Mr. Golden said that it was a no-knock. It was not a no-knock warrant, and you stated that there was like 47 seconds or something. So if they did knock at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's reasonable that the Malinowskis didn't hear that. Because you wouldn't be approaching, if somebody knocked on my door at 6 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't assume that it's a bad guy because they wouldn't knock. But if you hear a door beaten in at 6 o'clock in the morning, there was such a short period of time between the door getting kicked in and knocked in, and then Mr. Malinowski being shot, that it's reasonable to believe that they didn't hear the knock if there was a knock, which I'm looking forward to the Judiciary Committee asking all these questions. I hope that the chairman's gonna ask for, and I know they have asked for every officer that was present that day, because I would love for this committee with the oversight authority that we have over the ATF to depose every single one of those officers that were present that day and get a sworn deposition from every single one of those people. And again, Mrs. Malinowski, I'm sorry for your loss and the loss of your family to a clear abuse of the rule of law, in my opinion. I yield back.